Some exciting news from the experts on Social Security reform and a Social Security benefit raise. Let's get into it and discuss all the details from the experts. But really quickly, thank you so much for watching. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video, as it's totally free to do so, and I am here for you every single day with all of the latest updates and talking through very important information, just like what we're going to cover right here in this video. So again, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe down below, and please remember, I am here for you every single day as your one and only daily advocate and maintaining my commitment to you, which is to be here every single day to help you and this community as a whole in any way that I possibly can. As I get it, it's a tough time right now. Things are changing rapidly, and a lot of people need support through more money on a monthly basis. So thanks again for your support. Let's get into this right away. All right, so just a couple weeks ago, Congressman John Larson was out introducing the newly revised and expanded Social Security 2100. Now, this is a newly revised and expanded version of the Social Security 2100, and he introduced it in Congress just a couple weeks ago. There's a lot of really good stuff in this bill. In fact, there are 17 provisions in there to either expand and reform Social Security benefits as a whole, the whole program, and or raise benefits for tens of millions of beneficiaries. This is absolutely amazing. So anybody receiving Social Security would likely be impacted in a positive way as a result of the Social Security 2100 by Congressman John Larson. Now, in addition to that, shortly after he made the presentation of actually introducing this newly revised Social Security 2100, there were already almost 200 co-signers on this and 100 different groups out there who were endorsing the Social Security 2100. Amazing. Like, that is huge follow through right there. That is amazing support already. So there's a lot of traction, and there's certainly a lot of support behind this from many people through Congress and a lot of these big advocacy groups out there for seniors, people with disabilities, and anybody else who recognizes that, hey, check it out. Social Security is a very vital program, sending out benefits to about 70 million beneficiaries. And yeah, it's very important that they reform this program because, as we know right now, and what was mentioned in this Social Security 2100 presentation, is that basically sitting right now, Social Security, the trust fund, is looking to be insolvent in a matter of about 12 years or so, possibly even sooner, with these massive COLA raises that are coming in 2022 and potentially even more coming down the road with all of this massive inflation that we're seeing. Let me quickly run through a couple of the major provisions out of this Social Security 2100, and then I'll let you know what the experts are saying about this, and it's actually pretty exciting and encouraging. So, one of the major provisions about the Social Security 2100 is this new line in there where they're talking about raising the minimum guaranteed benefit up to 125% of the federal poverty line that would also be tied to wages, so that over long periods of time, it's not sitting there and falling behind, but rather it would keep up with wages. Therefore, in 20 years from now, 25, 30 years from now, it's not going to fall behind once again because wages have continued to expand. Meanwhile, that number maybe wouldn't keeping pace. Well, it's going to be tied to wages, so that'd be an amazing thing. So basically what they're saying is nobody should have to retire into poverty. Therefore, they want to establish this minimum guaranteed benefit of 125% of the federal poverty line, which actually comes out to be, it calculates out to be $1,341 per month as of the current poverty line right here, right now. That'd be an amazing thing right there, right? I mean, that'd impact a lot of people. That'd be so encouraging and really boost the benefits for a lot of people. In addition to that, they want to adjust the way in which the COLA raise, the annual cost of living adjustment, would actually be calculated so that it would actually better reflect the actual expenses for people receiving Social Security benefits. So, as of right now, they are, using the current COLA calculation to actually adjust for the COLA each and every year. However, they want to change it so that it actually better reflects the actual expenses for Social Security beneficiaries, to take a better weighting into expenses spent on healthcare. Because as we know, people who receive Social Security spend a lot of money on healthcare. Well, healthcare is only currently a small fraction of the calculation for actually adjusting for the cost of living adjustment, the annual COLA raise. However, they want to have a bigger weighting into healthcare expenses because that is what a lot of people receiving Social Security actually spend their money on, right? So we should probably account for that. And that would actually boost the annual cost of living adjustment probably by a few percent each and every year. Again, it's a minimal raise, but at the same time, at least it's something, and it's better reflecting the actual costs that many people receiving Social Security are actually incurring on a monthly basis. Now, one more thing that they want to include in here as well is they want to repeal the windfall provision, as well as they want to implement a 2% raise across all benefits for Social Security for many of these beneficiaries. So that would be for anybody newly receiving benefits as well as existing beneficiaries of Social Security, that 2% raise across the board. No strings attached, no questions asked, just 2% right on top there. So again, not much, but at the end of the day, you know what? Just like pennies. Pennies don't add up to much, right? What I should say is pennies by themselves are not very much, but a lot of pennies all added up. They all add up together and they turn out to be quite a bit of money, right? So anyway, kind of it's like what we're dealing with here. A lot of little pennies, a little provisions here and there, but at the end of the day, they're all going to add up to be pretty good things. All right, so what are the experts saying about this? Experts are actually watching this and saying there's a high likelihood that Congress could be taking this up in a matter of just a couple months from now. Now, of course, Congress has been very busy with many of their things on their table lately. The stimulus packages, the infrastructure package, all of this other things going on right now with the extension of the debt ceiling and the government budget and all of that business going on. So yeah, certainly they have a lot of things on their plate right now. However, according to experts, they've been watching this and saying, well, once Congress gets a lot of this big issues off of their plate right now, there's a high likelihood that they could probably be bringing the Social Security 2100, the newly revised and expanded version that we just got from Congressman John Larson a couple weeks ago, that in conjunction with the SSI Restoration Act simultaneously and start working on these. Now, both of these programs together encompass like 70 to 80 million beneficiaries. Absolutely amazing, right? That's a lot of people relying on these monthly benefits. So according to these people that are watching this, the experts, now, that's what I'm just saying. That's what these sources are saying that I've been finding is the experts are saying that according to what they're seeing right now, there's a likelihood that Congress could be taking these things up in a matter of a short time from now based on where their current schedule is and what they're looking at and what they're doing right now. Once they get these big ticket items off their plate and just completely gone and forgotten about, as in passed through, done, and just off their plate, they can actually start working on this Social Security reform through the Social Security 2100 and the SSI Restoration Act. Now remember, these are two completely separate programs. However, they encompass Social Security beneficiaries, including retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, that would be for the Social Security 2100, and then for the SSI Restoration Act, that would be specifically on SSI beneficiaries, supplemental security income. So yeah, a lot of people there, tens of millions of beneficiaries that this would actually encompass. Now, it also sounds like, according to these same experts, they're actually suggesting that both of these would actually be worked on simultaneously. Since both, or what I should say is all of these programs, the Social Security 2100 and the SSI Restoration Act, since they are all administered by the Social Security Administration, they're basically saying, let's just get it all done together because it'll all be kind of one big entity essentially, right? Even though they are separate programs and they actually benefit separate beneficiaries, it would be easiest just to get it all done at the same time because they can get Congress together, start working on these programs in conjunction with one another simultaneously at the same time, and they can just get it all done in kind of one big swoop, right? Because here's the thing. This is going to take a while. Let's just be real about it. This is going to take a while because reforming a massive program like Social Security, it's going to take some time. There's going to be a lot of back and forth. There's going to be a lot of negotiations. There's going to be a lot of concessions that are made on the behalf of these programs, but at the end of the day, it only needs to happen once, right? Once we get Congress together to actually do this one time, they probably don't need to revisit this for a very long time. Years and years, probably decades and decades. They probably wouldn't even need to revisit this. But it's the fact that we need to get Congress together and start working on these programs, which is why they want to lump both of these together in one big kind of all at the same time, so that let's just get it done one time, and then let's just kind of move it beyond us. Let's get it done. Let's move up for all these beneficiaries, and let's just move on beyond this after we get it passed and through Congress. We don't need to revisit it here for many, many, many years. So it's actually really encouraging to see that maybe there could be some reform here on the horizon sooner than later when it comes to the Social Security 2100 and the SSI Restoration Act for literally tens of millions of beneficiaries. It's actually really encouraging. So we do know that Congress has been working on the the SSI Restoration Act. They've already been working on that. So realistically, it shouldn't take a whole lot more effort considering they've been working on it for about 6 months now. Well, not quite 6 months, probably about 5 or so months now. They've been working on it. So they should have some substantial work done on that thing already. Just a matter of getting it done in Congress now, right? Actually working its way through and getting it passed through the chambers and, of course, onto the president for that signature. So anyway, some really encouraging news here when it comes to the Social Security 2100 and the SSI Restoration Act. And certainly it could not come soon enough. I think I'm speaking on the behalf of pretty much all beneficiaries, because we know as things are continuing to progress at the rate that they are right now, wow, it's literally getting more tough as the months and days go on. So hopefully they can get this thing done here soon. Anyway, I wanted to bring you this quick update, let you know what's going on with this and everything that I'm finding on it. But either way, I will continue watching it very, very closely. I'll let you know what I find. So again, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss any videos going forward, as we're getting a lot of updates on all of this. So thanks so much for watching this. Subscribe to the channel down below. Share this video with your friends, family, and social media. And go back and check out some of the other nearly 2,000 videos right here on the channel. So again, thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you again later. Enjoy your day, and I hope this helps you out. I'll see you.